is advised. The Woody Show.
Operation confirmed.
This is The Woody Show. Insensitivity training.
For a politically correct world.
Class is now in session.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Woody.
It is Thursday. It's a pre-Friday, a throwback Thursday. It is The Woody Show.
Yeah.
January the 8th, 2026. My name is Woody. That is Greg Gorey.
Yeah, hi, Wood.
We got Menace.
Hi.
Gina Grad is here.
Hi.
Seabass. Good morning to you. Sammy.
Hello.
Is here. She's our executive producer. We have our associate producer, Morgan.
Hey.
Our video producer, Vaughn. Dumbass Tyler is here. I realize he is titleless, really. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
producer, but he doesn't really have like a title.
The Wanderer.
Assistant? Or
We'll save that for when he needs a raise.
journeyman,
And
yeah.
we can give him a title and say, oh, there's your raise.
Snorlax.
Then we have Bort and Menji holding things down, the Woody Show production department. Thank you for being here. Phones are open at 877-44-WOODY. You can send us a text if you like over to 22987. We're going to talk to Rich on Tech today, our friend, our tech correspondent, Rich on Tech, at Rich on Tech on social media. He's at CES
plenty to talk
in
about.
Las Vegas, so there is a ton. It is the Super Bowl of tech. It's happening right now, so a lot of cool stuff to be made aware of. Also, the week in audio. Seabass is going to have that for us. Some of the trending news headlines. We're getting some of the entertainment stuff. Birthdays and porno birthday coming up today here on The Woody Show. Throwback Thursday, I did have something that I wanted to read, and I think this is really going to hit the Gen Xers.
Okay.
Because it was a post all about like the 90s and why, and it was like it's showing like all these different clips from different things, TV shows, events, news events. But it was like if you, as a Gen Xer, if your life kind of flashed before your eyes, this is the kind of stuff you'd see. And it was like, oh man, it really made you miss the 90s. And a lot of people say that the 90s were like the last great generation. And there was this one comment on the Instagram post. In fact, I'll repost the Instagram thing that I'm reading off of here, but so you can see all those video clips and stuff. It says they'll say every generation thinks this, but that's just that it's just a nostalgia talking. But the truth is, the 90s were the last decade that didn't scream at us. No notifications clawing at our attention, no algorithm deciding who we were supposed to be, no endless scroll convincing us that we were behind, lacking, failing. Life had pauses built into it. We waited. We wondered. We got bored, and boredom made us creative, not anxious. We rode bikes until the streetlights came on. We knocked on doors instead of sending texts. We memorized phone numbers and burned CDs. We rewound tapes, easy for me to say, and learned patience because patience was unavoidable. And somehow that made everything feel earned. Music mattered, not because it went viral, but because it felt like it belonged to us. Songs didn't chase trends. They told the truth. Even when the truth was messy, loud, or sad. We didn't skip heartbreak. We sat in it. Movies let moments breathe. Shows were once a week. If you missed them, you missed them. And instead of panicking, we talked about it at school the next day like it was folklore. Shared experiences. They were real, not fragmented into comment sections and reaction clips. The 90s trusted us. Trusted us to figure things out without GPS. Trusted us to fail without broadcasting it. Trusted us to grow up without turning our childhood into content. We made mistakes privately. We healed quietly. We became ourselves without a million strangers weighing in. And here's the part we forgot. The 90s were far from perfect, but they were honest. Life wasn't filtered. People didn't pretend everything was okay all the time. We just had to show up, and showing up was enough. That decade gave us something rare. Room to be awkward, room to be bored, room to dream without immediately monetizing the dream. We didn't know we were standing at the edge of something ending. The last inhale before the world went digital, fast, loud, and relentless. We didn't know how good we had it because the best moments never announced themselves. They happened quietly, completely, and then one day you look back and realize that was it. So if you missed the 90s, you're not stuck, you're not romanticizing. I'm like, wow. Like, there was so much about that. I'm like, yeah.
There's a lot about that I agree with.
Yeah.
90% of that, at least.
Yeah.
Like, and I think about, like, my kids, being teenagers, and that's when you screw up, and that's when you do things or whatever. And, like, it would happen, and you would screw up. It's not like it went viral. If you did something stupid, it didn't live forever.
No.
On the internet.
It didn't have potential to ruin your life.
Exactly right. Like, now, like you were able to screw things up, learn from it, and then never have to speak of it or see it or anything like that again.
Here's the throwback for you, kind of like early 2000s, where a kid did something stupid and he said it like pretty much ruined his life. It took him like 20 plus years to get over it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Star Wars kid?
Oh,
Yeah,
The
in the
lightsaber
garage.
Yeah, so he was just like,
Yeah.
he was just like, no, it was actually at school in like just studio, and he was
like
just
the
messing
drama
around.
department.
Oh,
or
I thought
something.
it was
Yeah.
a garage.
And he was pretending that he was like doing like, all these moves
Yeah.
in Star
Yeah.
Wars, and the
Yeah,
video
yeah.
got uploaded, and he was like mortified. He had to change schools, all that kind of stuff. So
But how would that affect you for 20 years?
Yeah,
Because when you're a kid,
him
like,
personally,
I'm
I
saying
guess
you
it
could-
took him 20 years
He
to
was
get over it.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
okay, personally to get over. I was
Yeah.
like, because
Yeah,
eventually,
You move on.
Just from doing Star Wars moves, that was the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
because
was
he got-
pretty
It was
embarrassing.
hilarious.
Pretty nerdy.
it was pretty dorky.
He was
right?
kind of
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
overweight.
And
stuff.
so many TV
Yeah.
shows have parodied
But yeah,
it.
the kid's just being a kid, and now he's got
Yeah.
trauma for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So we're
Obviously,
a better world.
Anything after Gen X, it doesn't really speak to because that's when all the digital
True.
age, the
Yeah.
internet, the social media stuff all started. It really was the last
And a lot of that
generation of just how things used to be.
Yep.
Like, I agree with what you read. A lot of that stuff is just factual. If you missed a
Yeah.
show, you missed a show. If you didn't tape it, you
Yep.
didn't tape it.
That
You
was
didn't
it.
have it anymore.
And there was no like, oh, spoiler, I haven't watched it. Like
Right.
people just talked about it the next day, and that was part of like the cool thing.
Right.
Part of the reason that you wanted to make sure that you watched it because
had to be
you
home.
wanted to be part of that conversation the next day.
And the thing that I don't want to say disagree with, but don't like, and I'm just a very nitpicky person.
No,
It says we suffered heartbreak in private, and we didn't have, we weren't humiliated in front of millions. That's your own doing. If you're at the hospital and posting about it, then that's your problem.
Yeah.
You can still live that way where you,
You
have
can.
private moments.
But there was no
you don't
choice.
have to post every damn thing
Totally.
in the world.
I think maybe is that talking
That's
about
where I'm nitpicking.
if somebody else is videotaping you, like you're out
guess
somewhere,
so.
like maybe you're super drunk and you're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
something
Sure.
that you shouldn't be doing, or
But-
you're having a bad day.
Yeah. But a lot of people
And-
now just love
Yeah.
posting every last
I agree. Pray for
negative
me.
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not telling you
exactly.
why.
Yeah,
Like,
again,
that's your fault.
I'll make sure that's on our
I like
Instagram
it.
story. You can check because all the videos and all the stuff that they're showing from all the different things. A lot of MTV stuff in there, obviously, because
Yeah.
that's the generation. But a lot of different things. You're like, oh my god, I totally forgot about. Oh man, and you really do just get it. Just washes over you that
Yeah.
whole like kind of really cool nostalgia for
Like
Like
90s was cool,
Yeah.
but Greg, you agree,
80s.
and maybe Woody. 80s, dude.
80s
Yeah.
was
way better.
the best.
But I really lived the '90s more as like a teenager and young adult, right?
Yeah.
Like whereas the '80s, I was just like a kid, you know.
True.
Yeah, but it was just like that analog digital
Yeah.
thing, and
Everything
everything was
was
exciting.
exciting.
Excess,
Like a
and,
Walkman
like,
was exciting.
Comedies were
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, it
Yeah.
ruled.
877-44 Woody. Hit us up on this Throwback Thursday on the text over to 22987. We'll take a quick break. More Woody shows next. Hang on.